Let me start with this introduction with, so let's start that they welcome all for this Indo-UK virtual conference. Let me introduce a little bit about this conference, and then we will go to Professor Bimal Misra, who is going to talk about KPCSD, who is also co-hosting this conference, and followed by which we will invite our inaugural talk speaker, Dr. Kumar, and then we will follow up the question answer session. So this is about the inaugural session, and if in the meantime Professor Vikrant Jain comes, then of course he will also talk about our discipline. So before, so let me introduce this one, and then we will give a presentation about our projects that is from David Warner. So this project is like, you can more about this project you will be knowing in coming up the presentation from David. And but right now I have this responsibility to let you know that this 5C's now we have a speaker from 5+ countries, and we are going to over 3 days, every day 4:30 to 8:30. We are going to do 10 sessions, 10 different themes. And we can see that we have two distinguished speakers, Dr. Kitajima and Professor Ramanathan already here, who are the speaker in coming up themes of today. Then already we have 200+ participants has been registered, and and 30+ guest speakers, including who's who of the water, like Dr. Rakesh Kumar or Dr. B.M. Tiwari, and so forth, are agreed to come here, come and participate in this symposium. So in that case, about the theme, if I will talk about, this is the theme, moderate, we are talking about COVID-19 and the participation of water scientists. Then today, environmental engineering solution and geogenic concern of water that we are going to do. And so this is the inaugural session 1. And then there is a COVID-19. So 4 speakers in that, the Arun, Dr. Kitajima, Ryo Honda, or Senon from USA will be talking. Environmental engineering solution, we have my friend, the David Warner, and myself, and Kanus will be talking about environmental engineering solution. And geogenic concerns, we have Professor Prasun Bhattacharya, Abhijit, Dipankar, and we will show some of the our work. Tomorrow we will be talking about contaminant transport and remediation, where there will be 2 speakers from UK, Diganta and Binay, 1 from USA, Devendu, and Sri Lanka from Methika, and our own Dinesh Mohan will be talking. Then day after tomorrow, there will be microbiological water quality, and we have the 3 speakers there from anywhere, Singapore, Newcastle University, and GBRC. Then the public health and conflict, again, we will be talking tomorrow in the mid, and some representative will be talking there. Then tomorrow we will end up with the session quantity and quality, 2 sides of the same climate change coin. And that is Professor Misra, Professor Goyal, and Professor Raghu will be the speaker there. The next day, we are talking about vulnerability to resilience, role of rapid testing. Professor Dr. the Snow Kisoracharya and Jian Zhang from Newcastle University will be talking. And then there will be river health and geomorphology. Here, Professor Ramanathan, Professor Mahanta, Professor Jain will be participating. Then we will end the session with the contaminant of this conference, with the contaminant of emerging concern, and there Kerry Weber, Professor Kuroda, and Professor Ghosh will be talking. And then there will be a concluding session, and there Professor Tiwari has agreed to come and give a concluding remarks on this one. So this is all about from my side, about some introduction about this conference. And of course, we will be circulating about this very soon among the registered participants. Now I would let the David video because he is now teaching at this moment to his class. So then he has sent just 3 slides, and then after that, Professor Misra I will invite, and then we will.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to give a brief opening address to the Indo-UK conference on the 5C's of water vulnerability. So this event is part of a collaboration between IIT Gandhinagar and Newcastle University, which is supported by the UK-India Education and Research Initiative. As part of this collaboration, we already had a lot of exciting activities, student and staff exchanges with students from Newcastle visiting IIT Gandhinagar and doing research on decentralized water treatment, rainwater harvesting and wastewater reclamation, and also researchers from Newcastle University providing training to our colleagues at IIT Gandhinagar in molecular microbiology. We also had students from India visiting us in Newcastle, and we could share with them some of the unique infrastructures and research facilities that we have in Newcastle that include the UK Green Infrastructure Research Facility and our work on molecular microbiology methods in a portable format. So this includes working with the memory stick-sized MinION, and we also have a mobile lab. So through these exchanges of students and staff and taking advantage of the unique assets we have both at IIT Gandhinagar and here at Newcastle University, we already had some exciting outcomes that we will hear more about in this virtual conference. So there's been publications coming out of the work. We had a major event at the beginning of this year, actually, in Newcastle that was attended by academics from all over the world, but also industrial partners, government partners, including Procter & Gamble. And some of these contacts and knowledge exchanges at the event have led to new funding. So we have already secured a new project to continue our collaboration with IIT Gandhinagar and with industrial partners. So we've been really making the most of the opportunities we had as part of this collaboration. But I always think the most exciting outcome and the longest lasting outcome of these institutional collaborations are the personal networks and the links that people form between the different researchers, and very much also between the young researchers that come together, get to know each other, and then can form friendships and realize mutual interests that can last for an entire career. So I'm really excited about this virtual event as well, and I will join you later today, and I hope that everybody is making the most of this event.
So now I would invite Professor Misra to say something about our the organizer, like in addition to Earth Science and KPCSD. So Professor Misra is co-coordinator of this center, and he is representing now KPCSD. Of course, he is also Earth Science affiliated professor, and he agreed to give a talk tomorrow. So Professor Misra, something.
Yeah, so thank you, Manish, and good evening, everybody, all audience. And friends and colleagues from different institutes. I can see Professor Ramanathan. I can not see Dr. Rakesh Kumar, but I can imagine that he is also there listening. So, I mean, it's my pleasure to sort of welcome you for this exciting event that Professor Manish, as always, has coordinated, and in a very short, time. I don't think he spent months or days to sort of thought about organizing this event, and so I'm really glad to see that how he has put number of different talks in within the theme of like 5 C's, and since Sustainability Center of IIT Gandhinagar is also a partner of this very important event, so I will very briefly say a few words about the center. So the KPCSD Kiran C. Patel Center of Sustainable Development was started roughly around 2.5 years back at IIT Gandhinagar with a very generous support from Dr. Kiran C. Patel, who is based in Florida, United States. And the mandate of the center is that to make an impact in the area of sustainable development or sustainability through various programs like this event itself is a classic example of how we can make a difference by networking people from different countries, by putting the programs together that are related to sustainability or sustainable development, by including the audience so that it raises the awareness. So all this falls very well within the mandate of Sustainable Center, that not only we should do the cutting edge research, but also we should do networking. We should engage with the partners like non-governmental organizations, think tanks, and different other organizations active in the area of sustainable development. And apart from all those things, I mean, the center has very strong mandate that we should increase awareness, we should train people, we should develop the capacity in our country in this very important area of sustainability or sustainable development. So, when we talk about sustainability, I mean, there are three key aspects that are environment, economics, and society. And the balance of all these three is so called, we can think about that there is a sustainable development if we are able to balance these three together. But it doesn't happen because we mostly think about economics and we forget about the environment. But now the time has come when people have started giving much more attention to environment also. So the economic development should not ignore the environmental challenges or the environmental consequences. Rather, the development should happen by considering the role that environment plays in our life. So, I mean, I wish all the success to Professor Manish Kumar, and I'm sure this is going to be a fascinating event. And I mean, this will also lead to some long-term collaboration because it is under the umbrella of UKERI, and but I mean, I hope that the network will grow within the country and beyond on this aspect, which is extremely important on water quality, quantity, and COVID-19. All the C's are very very important. I think one C we can also add that collaboration, and that will happen as an outcome of these 5 C. So after these 5 C, we will go to the 6 C, that is collaboration. So with these words, I would stop here, and I welcome all of you to fully engage, participate, ask questions, and also give your own thoughts and ideas and make full use of this event. So thank you very much, Professor Manish Kumar.